So here it is, finally, the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the Apple Watch Ultra 2. So I finally was able to get these all set up after launch day. Had the entire time on the weekend over to go through it, use it, test it out, test out the Apple Watch Ultra 2. Kind of, testing it and see how different it is to the 14 Pro Max. So I'm not going to do really an unboxing, just going to show you kind of what I'm using with the devices right now, and then give you my opinion and what I think about the 15 Pro Max and the Apple Watch Ultra 2 on whether or not you should be buying it, upgrading, or not. So first off, this is the box that the iPhone 15 Pro Max came in. You can tell it's very thin. Not much in here except a braided USB-C cable that's only USB-C 2. Not 3, you'll have to buy that separate. And it's kind of short as well. And then I pretty much got the natural titanium, as you can see here. And I'm using currently the ESR case. This is one with MagSafe. So I'll leave descriptions, or I'll leave you a link to in the description below. This is by far the one and only case that I'll use on my iPhones because the MagSafe is extremely strong. So it definitely holds it for the car, holds it on the bedside, things like that. It's also clear. It will yellow, as all other cases do yellow, but it is worth it for, a yearly cycle update. Then, along with that, I'm using a screen protector. And this one is from the company Bodyguardz. This is actually one of their newer ones in here. It's an anti-reflective type of one, but supposed to be super strong and super thin. So I'm sort of testing this one out, but I've been using screen protectors from Bodyguardz for a long time now, and they do work. They're very well. No issues with the touchscreen or anything else like that. Then as far as the Apple Watch Ultra, I went ahead and I upgraded my solo band, and this is what they call liquid silicone now. So apparently you can't get the other silicone loops. They don't have them anymore. So this is their, where is it, like net neutral or something that it says in here. But this is their liquid solo loops. And of course the Ultra, being an Ultra, came in its usual box. So that's pretty much exactly the same as you would get with the Ultra 1. And it also comes with a braided USB-C charging port for the Apple Watch. All right, so that is all the accessories there. Now, is the 15 Pro Max and the Apple Watch Ultra for you? Well, starting off with the Apple Watch Ultra, it is pretty much very similar to the Ultra 1. The main differences are going to be its processor, which is the S9 chip, and it's going to be a little brighter. I wouldn't say there's much of a difference between the Ultra 1 and Ultra 2 as far as brightness, but if you have anything below an Ultra 1 as an Apple Watch, the Ultra 2 is what you're going to go with, because this one's going to be more upgradable as far as software, hardware, anything else. Go with an Ultra 2 if you've got anything else below an Ultra 1 and you've been wanting an Ultra, because there's no point in spending a little less for an Ultra 1 and it being a little more outdated as far as chipsets and all that. The Ultra 2, definitely, I've tested it because my Ultra 1 I gave to my wife to use, and both of them, like I said, setup is the same, setup is easy, they both work very fast, battery life is good. They're very, very good Apple Watches. So I've had no issues with the Ultra 2. If you got an Ultra 1, it's your decision. You want to upgrade or not. It depends on how bad the chip is and all those things that you really, really want. Now, as far as iPhones go, I understand the iPhone 15 Pro Max did not have all the other fantastic features that other iPhones are going to get and then later on down the line. And I've heard the titanium and the glass on the back is semi-weak, as they claim. But let me explain something to you. You drop any device of any kind, I don't care what it is, onto concrete or floor, it's going to break. Just no matter what, it's going to break. So I don't care about all these drop tests and whether it's durable or not durable or things like that. You drop any device on concrete, it's going to break. Just simple as that. So protect it. Protect it with a case, protect it with a screen protector. go ahead and protect your investment. If you're going to invest in an iPhone, especially an expensive Pro Max, definitely protect it. That's just your bottom line. Because anything you drop is going to break. I mean, unless it's a rubber ball, you pretty much know it's gonna break somehow. So I don't care about all those integrities and other reviewers that you see and do all these drop tests, because that doesn't matter. Okay? As far as comparing the 15 Pro Max and the 14 Pro Max, now I still have my 14 Pro Max. I'm using it for beta software. Camera-wise, there's a huge improvement. Having that extra zoom definitely improves. Now, as far as picture quality, well, they're pretty much the same. I didn't notice too much of a difference, but I'll do more tests on that just to make sure. Processor-wise, though, the Wi-Fi and the A17 Pro chip, those two I have seen an improvement from the 14 Pro Max. I have been able to use Wi-Fi in other areas where Wi-Fi is usually not as strong or as fast, and this has been much faster. So the Wi-Fi is definitely faster. The 5G signal is definitely faster in the 15 Pro Maxes. So right there, those two. Now, there's a lot of other features that are not here yet that we're waiting on for the Apple Watch Ultra 2 and for the iPhone 15 Pros. So as those come out, I'll give you guys more videos on that and let you know what's going on. So is it a good buy? Yes. Now, who should be buying the iPhone 15 Pro Max? Well, if you got an iPhone 13 or below, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is definitely your bet. Don't even bother with the 15, 15 Plus, or 15 Pro, because they're going to be very similar to the 14. Go with the 14 Pro Max. You're better off with that. You're going to get your money's worth. And depending on how much you can truly spend so you don't break yourself, I went with the 1 terabyte. And the reason I went with 1 terabyte is because I'm never planning on filling a 1 terabyte. It's because the resale value is going to be much higher. Since I always trade them in or I sell them, I always get a much higher price on that because I have a top, device. I know I'll never reach 1 terabyte, but that doesn't matter. It's always good to have more space than less space, because when you have less space and you run out, you can't add any more. But if you have more and you don't run out, you always have extra. That's the way you got to think about these when you do your purchases. So truly a good iPhone 15 Pro Max. Definitely get a case, screen protector, protect it. The Apple Watch Ultra 2, if you wanted an Apple Watch Ultra, now's your chance. And upgrade from any one of the other Apple Watches. All right. If you want any information on any of these, I'll go ahead and leave the links in the description below. If you got any other questions, let me know in the comments. And as more features and more things get added to iOS 17 and to the devices, I'll come back, give you more videos on that.